Welcome back to Open Line tonight. I'm Carrie Sharp alongside Christie Wilson from the Wilson Group talking about real estate. Hot topic. I know you love it, you live it, you sleep it, you breathe it. And boy, is it a good time to be a realtor in Nashville right now and the surrounding county. It's a great property. What are you telling buyers, especially first-time home buyers, before they start the hunt? Okay. What do they need to have together?
The first thing they need to have is their pre-approval. We set them up with a lender unless they've already found a lender that they like. And it's so important to use a reputable lender.
Yes.
There's a lot of lenders out there who do loan money, but they have difficulty getting their buyer to the closing table. You want to make sure that lender has a great reputation and makes their closing dates. If it's a first-time home buyer, chances are, property, they have a primary contract and then maybe a backup contract and another backup contract. If yours falls through, they can just scoop up the contract behind you. So make sure your lender can get you to the closing table.
And if you're a first-time home buyer or any home buyer may not know the questions to ask that lender.
That's right. You don't, and that's why we recommend several lenders to our clients, and then we sit down with the lender and the buyer and make sure that they're asking the right questions. For a buyer, they have a lot of times for a first-timer, they have no idea what they can qualify for.
Right.
But they know what kind of payment. So I always ask the question, what is a comfortable payment for you? Now, when they say $600, I'm like, ooh, you know, that's
we're probably not in the market to buy a home yet.
Yes, we're probably in the rental market. But you know, if you're at $1,200, $1,500 a month, then we can back into what you qualify for. Right. And that's an easy process. Yeah. Next thing is, again, making sure you're working with a realtor that you trust and you know has your back and you knows how to maneuver the playing field right now.
If you have a question about real estate, go ahead and give us a call. We have a few more minutes here to take calls. We don't have anybody on the line right now, so 615-737+ is the number to call. Another question I have, when you're staging your home, when you're getting it ready for the market, what are your top tips for the sellers?
Oh, my favorite. Number one is we need it clean.
Yes.
I'm a clean freak. The windows need to be clean. People underestimate the power of clean windows.
Really?
It makes the house almost feel like a new house. To let all that sunshine in and then declutter. It is fine to have personal, my school of thought is, other people have different schools of thought. I think you're fine having personal photographs if it shows happy, fun stuff. But if it's the wall of shame, if it's an old 1960s ranch home and there's all the pictures from 1959 to 1984, get those down. That's sort of weird.
It dates the house.
It dates the house, right. So decluttering, if you're moving and it's seasonal, if it's spring, you're putting your house on the market, go ahead and box up your winter coats, your boots, all that. Store that in the garage. Get a, I don't recommend putting a pod in your driveway because it just shows that you've grown out of your house. Yes. If you can, put it in a storage unit or have the pod taken away. Get your curb appeal done. Paint if you need to paint your mailbox. Mulch, and if you mulch, make sure the weeds get pulled first because there's nothing that looks like yard work than weeds coming up through mulch.
Because you got to realize that person is standing at that front door waiting to get in for some valuable seconds there.
That front porch is your first impression. If you have cobwebs all over your front porch, if your front porch light is burned out, or we've all happened to everybody, you know, the bugs that sit in the bottom. Get all those bugs gone. If you have any furniture on your front porch, make sure you have fresh pillows on it. Make it look pretty, inviting, and then make sure you don't have any weird smells in your house.
Don't cook broccoli before showing.
We put not fabric softeners, dryer sheets in your heat and air returns. So like a bounce dryer sheet, you put that in the heat and air return, it smells like fresh laundry through your house. If you have animals, try to get rid of signs of animals. Even if your house does not smell like an animal, if a buyer has allergies or sees a cat bowl or a dog bowl, it might. I can't live here, there's been an animal.
Absolutely. People can sometimes be very resistant to staging or to realtor tips, I know, to say, well, you might want to take this down, you might.
Well, and I think you, as a realtor, you have to come at it with a sense of confidence to say, to get your house sold, this is what we're going to do. And I do mine in very bullet pointed steps. So not in a I think people look at a paragraph like, oh my God. Right. But you know, if they say, oh, these are I can check these items off. Or we also have a slew of handymen and vendors that we use that we can assist you in getting those items done, so you're not spending a month.
It's not so overwhelming.
Right.
Okay, I do want to get to Jim here real quick. Jim, go ahead with your question. Thank you for your call, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for taking it. My question centers around the hotness factor of the market. So I know it probably decreases the hotness as you get into higher prices. But I already own a home in Brentwood, but I have a couple of kids who are looking to enter the market. So what I'm wondering is, are there places that aren't quite as hot? In other words, I don't want them to start buying into a high market and then have it soften later because of the current pricing. So that would be my question: is what kind of markets or what kind of areas in South Nashville, East Nashville would be better to look at if you're concerned about price escalation?
Sure.
Thanks.
Great question. Thank you very much.
So, Jim, everywhere is hot. I hate to say it. And in those areas, Madison is hot right now, but still a great opportunity for a first-time home buyer. It used to be that people would say, oh, I want East Nashville, but I don't want to cross Briley Parkway. And now Madison has become very desirable. Donaldson and Hermitage have also become very desirable. The urban core, I mean, what has happened there is that the dirt is so expensive, and people are tearing down, so that's just a hard market, unless you go a condo route in that area. In the south side of town, south part of town, Lenox Village was always a great place to get into, and that's really hot. I mean, it's just hot.
It's everywhere you look.
It's everywhere. You know, even our nonprofit agencies who deal in housing, they're struggling so much because the land in all the areas that were just so
yeah, it's very ho-hum.
Yeah, right. So it's a challenge everywhere. But I want to be so worried about your the value going down because right now I still see it as an investment. I think we'll hit a recession. We're due for a recession.
Right, we
probably
have to have a correction.
2019, 2020, something like that. So if they're going to hold it I feel like a 5-year hold, you'll probably be fine regardless.
You know, for people who are very conservative, say, well, I'll just wait. People could be stuck waiting for a long time. As prices continue to go up.
You're exactly right. And sometimes it's just a needle in the haystack.
Yeah.
You know, if Jim is working with a realtor who knows the areas and is just constantly canvassing it, they could find it. You know, it could still be out there, a good deal.
Do you find homes, because we talked about this before, how people really don't want to do the work, homes maybe that an older person is moving out of either because of death or they are gone to the nursing home, that those are really the investments right now if you can get on it quick?
If you can get on it quick and it's not a tear down, because if it's in the city and it's priced for its condition, a developer is going to come in and scrape it, and it breaks my heart. I mean, I'm like, no, what about our first time buyer? You know, I'm just such a believer of building equity for someone who's between 25 and 35 buying their first home. But that's the reality of what's happening and these developers and a lot of realtors too, have canvassed the neighborhoods so well with the letter saying, hey, if you're thinking about selling,
let me know.
I've
got buyers. Yeah.
And that's a brilliant marketing plan. My dad did that for years. He started doing that in the 80s.
Wow.
And he bought and sold real estate that way. But he was always very fair and let the client know, hey, I'm buying 60 cents on the dollar. And never lied to anybody. And I'm not saying these guys here do, but not everyone is as nice as they should be.
Exactly. It is a business.
Yes, it is a business.
You're going to have great business people and you're going to have ruthless ones as well.
That's right.
No matter where you look. All right. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, if you want to get in touch with Christie, we're going to give you her number, so get your pen and paper ready. We're coming right back.